Hi everyone and welcome back to DevPortal, your go-to channel for mastering database concept. In today's video, we are going to explore window function in SQL, which will allow us to perform calculation across the set of rows related to the current row. So first, let's discuss what we are going to cover today under this tutorial. First, we will discuss what window function are in SQL, and after that, we will discuss the difference between aggregate function and window function. Also with this, we will see the syntax of window function with over, partition by and order by clauses, and finally we will discuss some important window function as well. So let's start our today's tutorial. So what are window function? Window function perform calculation across the group of rows related to the current row without collapsing them into a single value like aggregate function used to do it. If we talk about some common use cases, then suppose if we want to assign a unique value to each record, in that case window function can help us. And if we want to generate the rank for each record on the basis of some criteria, in that case as well window function we can use. Along with this, if we want to compute running totals and moving averages, for that as well we can use window functions. So now let's discuss what are the difference between aggregate function and window function. If we talk about aggregate function, then it will return a single value for a group, whereas window function return value for each of the row. And for aggregate function, it will collapse the row because it will group multiple rows into one, whereas that is not the case of window function. It will return all the rows, or you can say it will keep all the rows. And for aggregate function, group by clause we need to use, but for window function we are using over clause. So now let's talk about the basic syntax of window function. If we want to use the window function, first we need to mention our query, and our window function will work on the result output that it has fetched from the database. Let me show you how it will work. So first I will mention select, and after that I need to mention column name which I want to fetch. So suppose I have written column underscore name. This is the basic syntax I am telling you. And after that we can write our window function. So I will write window underscore function. And after that we need to use over clause, and inside over we need to use partition by and order by. These are optional. If you want you can use it, otherwise you can skip it as well. But let me tell you what these clauses will do. If we talk about partition by, then it will divide the rows into the group, whereas over by clause specify the order within each partition. If you want to use these clauses, you need to mention partition by, and then you need to mention column name. And if multiple columns you want to add, in that case you can provide comma separated column name as well. So I will mention column underscore name, and after that I will mention order by column underscore name, and I can give this a name as well. Suppose I have mentioned result, so this will be the column name. It will show as a result, and this window function will get applied on my result set. And after that we need to mention from table name. So this is the basic syntax of window function. So now let's talk about some important window function. First one is the row number. What it will do, it will assign a unique number to each row in a partition. Let me show you that how we can use row number. So first let me remove this query, or you can say syntax, and after that what I'm going to do, I will use two tables, that is employees table and departments table, and I will use inner join. And first I will show you what data it is fetching, and after that I will show you what will happen if we use row number. So first I will mention select, and column name I will mention later. First let me add from table name, and suppose first table is public.employees, and let me give this a name, suppose E, and after that I will mention inner join, and my right table, or you can say the second table, will be the departments table. So I will write public.departments, and let me give this a name, suppose as D, and now I will use on clause, and I will mention E dot department ID should be equal to D dot department ID. And now what I'm going to do, I will fetch employee's first name, department name and salary. So let me write E dot first underscore name. After that I will fetch department name which is present under departments table, so I will write D dot department name, and after that I will use E dot salary to fetch the salary. Let me show you what record it will fetch. So as you can see, it has fetched 16 records, and you can see first name is coming, department name is coming, and salary is coming. And if you notice, we have total 4 departments, that is engineer, DevOps, HR and analyst. And now let me show you that how we can use window function on this record. First one that I'm going to use is the row number. What it will do, it will assign unique value to each of the row. So for that what I need to mention, first I will add comma, and in next line I will mention row underscore number, and then I will add brackets, and now I am using over clause, and inside over clause what I will do, I will partition this data this result set on the basis of department name, and after that I will apply order by clause as well on that partition data on the salary column, on the basis of salary column in decreasing order. So first I will mention partition by, and I will mention d dot department name, and after that I will add order by clause, and I will mention e dot salary, and let me give this in decreasing order, and let me give this a name as row underscore number. So now let's see what result it will generate. So let me run this query. So we got the total 16 records, and if you observe, now we are getting the data first by group of department name, and under each of the partition we are getting the salary in decreasing order. If you see, first two records belongs to analyst, then other 3 records belongs to DevOps, and then we are getting the records for the engineers, and finally last 2 records belongs to HR department. And if you notice, for the first HR the salary will be higher, and for the second HR person salary will be lower, because we have mentioned order by clause for the employee salary column, and it is on decreasing order. And if we talk about row number, you can see it is generating the unique values for each of the row. First 2 is the analyst, so it has generated 1 and 2, and then we are getting the DevOps data, so again it started from 1 and it is going 1 2 3. And again if I come down for engineer, you can see it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and for HR it is 1 and 2. So here what we have done, we have used partition by on department name column, which will ensure row numbering happens separately for each department, as you can notice. And after that I have used order by clause as well on salary column in decreasing order, which will ensure that the highest salary will get the row number 1 value within each department. And one more thing that I want to show you is that if you observe, for the record number 12 and 13, the salary is same but the row number value is unique. First is 7 and then it is 8. As you can see, for Janet and Harshada salary is same, that is 34650, but they have got different row number. One is 7 and other is 8, because row number does not handle ties value. So here what we have observed is that row number will not handle the tie value, or you can say the same value, if it exists in 2 records. So for that what we can do, we can use rank function as well. What rank will do, it will generate the same value for each of the record which is having the same value, but it will appear with the gaps as well. Let me show you that how we can use rank function first, and then you will be able to understand. So what I will do, I will keep this row as it is, and after that I will use rank function as well. So let me copy this and I will use it below, and here I will mention rank, and in place of row number here as well, at line number 3 I will change it to rank. So what does this rank function will do, it will assign same value for the duplicate records. As you can see, for Janet and Harshada the salary is same, but for row number it is having different values. One is having 7, other one is having 8. But when we execute this query, we will notice is that for rank it will generating the same value, that is 7 and 7, and 8 will get skipped and then it will go for 9. Let me show you. First let me execute this query, and if I come down, you can see it here. For Janet, you can see for row number value is 7 and rank is 7, but for Harshada you can see for row number value is 8 but rank is 8, and the next value for Ram, it is 9 in both of the cases. So with this what we understood, row number will not skip the value but rank will skip the value, and it will generate same value for the duplicate records. If we talk about the use case, then we can use rank function for ranking employees per department with skipped values, that for the ties. Now let me show you that how we can handle skip values. For handling the skip values, what we can do, we have one more function, that is dense rank. What it will do, it will not skip the value, next value it will be the immediate value. For duplicate records it will show the same value, but for the next immediate record it will show the continuous value. Let me show you. So first let me write it here, comma, and after that I will again copy paste the previous query, and after that I will change row number to dense underscore rank. And here as well I will change it to dense underscore rank. Let me execute this query and you will see the difference. Okay, I have added comma as well, so let me remove this, and now let me execute this query. And now if I come down, you can see it here. For Janet, row number value is 7, rank is 7, and dense rank is 7. But for Harshada, row number value is 8, rank is 7, dense rank is 7, and for Ram you can see row number value is 9, rank is 9, but dense rank value is 8, which means it has not skipped the value when you will talk about dense rank. So this is how we can use row number, rank and dense rank function, which will help us to assign values to each of the row. Now let me show you that how we can fetch previous record or next record. For that we can use lag and lead function. What lag will do, it will fetch the lagging value. What lead will do, it will fetch the next value. Let me show you how we can do that. So first let me add comma, and after that again I will paste that same query, and rather than query you can mention window function. So here what I'm going to do, I will first mention lag, and let me give this a name, suppose lag, and same way I will paste it again. This will be the lead function, and let me give this here lead, and inside this lag and lead we need to mention the column name as well. So let me provide e dot salary so that it can fetch the previous salary, and same way I will add it here as well, e dot salary. And what I can do, I can skip not first 2, 3 and 4 records. So let me comment this, and now so that we can compare what is happening with lag and lead. Now let me execute this query first, and we will see for lag it will provide us the previous value, and for lead it will provide the next value. But if for previous record is not present or the next record is not present, in that case we will get the null values. So let me execute this. So we got the records, and as you can see for the first record the lag value is null. Why? Because for this previous record does not exist, and same way if you observe for record number 2 as well, the lead value is null because for analyst next record does not exist. The next record is DevOps, which is not belongs to analyst, so it is showing null value. And for the lead and lag value as well, for second record as you can see it is showing the previous employee salary, and for lead it is showing next employee salary, as you can see it in this screen. Let me come down, let me show you some other record as well. So as you can see it here, for Nakul it is showing the previous employee salary, and for Anurag it is showing Nakul's employee salary for lag. And if I go to lead as well, you can see it here. For Anurag it is showing the next record salary, that is Aman's salary, and for Nakul it is showing Anurag's salary, that is 63370. So where we can use this lag and lead function, suppose if you want to compare the salary of the previous employee record or with the next employee record, in that case you can use this lag and lead function. Or even not salary, you can compare the records of the previous data or with the next data. In that case lag and lead function are very helpful. So this is all about lag and lead function. Now let me show you that how we can calculate running totals and moving averages. What we are going to do, for that we will use sum and average function. So first let me write the query for that, and after that I will explain you that query. So first let me remove this, or rather than remove, let me copy this so that it will be easier for me. So let me copy and then let me comment, and now let me add these values. And what I will do here, I will provide sum, and below I will provide average, and let me give this a name as running underscore total, and this is moving underscore average. If you talk about the average function, what it will do it here, it will calculate the average salary including the current row and the previous rows within the same partition. And what sum function will do, for each row it will calculate the total sum including the all previous rows as well within the same partition. Let me run this query, and after that you will be able to understand. So suppose if I am running this query, so we got the output, and as you can see it here, for the running total it is calculating the cumulative sum, and for the moving average it will calculate the average on the basis of the number of records it is getting. So for the running total, as you can see, initial sum will be 0, and when we got the first record it has added that value of the salary into the running total. After that, for the next row you can see the salary is 52975, which is added to this value, and it is showing the total sum. Below down, if you observe, you can see it for DevOps as well. Initial sum is 40425, that is the value of the first record. After that it has added 34650, which result in 75075, and after that it has added the third employee's salary, that is 31185, which result in 106260. So this is how we can calculate the cumulative sum using the sum function, or you can say window function. If you talk about the average, how it will calculate, as the initial average will be the same value, so it will divide by 1. After that, when we got more records, it will calculate the total sum, and then it will divide the value by the total number of records. As you can see it here, it is showing average here at place of second record, and if you come down for DevOps, as we have 3 records, so first it will show this exact same value because it is dividing by 1. Then once it got the second record, it will add it to this value, and then it will calculate the average, that is divided by 2. And then what it will do, it will add this third value, that is 31185, and then it will divide the total sum by 3, and this you can see as a average, which is 34, not 3435420. So this is how we can calculate cumulative sum and moving averages. Till now we have discussed ranking function, which include row number, rank and dense rank, which will handle ties differently. As you can see, for row number it will generate unique value, for rank it will skip the value if same record exists, and for dense rank it will not skip the value, it will be in continuous manner. And then we have seen lag and lead function, which will fetch previous and next row record value. And after that we have seen how we can use sum and average to compute cumulative and moving totals. So this is all about window function. Now let's discuss some interview question that might be asked in your interview round of the database. So first is that, suppose if an interviewer asks that find out the top 3 salaries for each of the department, or find out top n salaries. In that case, how we can use window function to find out those records. So for that, first let me remove this, or rather than remove, what I can do it here, let me remove this thing. And to find the top 3 employees salaries, what we can do, we can use row number function, because we know it will generate unique record for each of the row, and then we can apply our filter. Let me show you what I am saying. So first let me remove this, and let me uncomment this. And what I'm going to do, as I know this is providing me the salary on the basis of decreasing order, let me show you it again. So if I execute this, you can see it here, I am getting the row number. And what I will do it now, I will save it as a table. Let me give this a name, suppose temp. So it will act as a temporary table, and from here I will write select all from. So it will fetch all the records, and now what I'm going to do, I will apply my filter here. As suppose interviewer asks to find out the top 3 salary. For that, what I will do, I will mention row underscore number should be less than equal to 3. So in that case, what will happen, if more than 3 records exist, it will show me the only 3 records, and if 3 and less than 3 records exist, it will show me total records. Let me show you. So currently we are getting 16 records, and when I execute this query, ideally we should get less than 16 records. So let me execute this query first. And as you can see, for analyst we have only 2 records, so those 2 records are coming. For DevOps we have 3 records, so those 3 records are coming. But for engineer, if you remember, we have total 9 records, but now we are getting only top 3 employees salary record. And for HR again we have 2 records, so those 2 records we are getting. If I execute the previous query again, you can compare it. Let me execute it again. Let me show you that how many records exist for employees, not employees, engineers. So you can see it here, total 9 records exist. But if I execute the query which will find out top 3 employees, in that case I am getting only 3 employees which are having highest salary. So this is one of the interview question that is asked in the interview round, that is how you can find the top 3 employees salary within the each department. Now the next question is that, suppose if an interviewer asks you that how you can calculate this difference of the salary with the previous employee. In that case, what we can do, we can use lag function. Let me show you. So in place of row number, I will use lag, and here I will provide e dot salary, and let me give this a name, suppose salary underscore difference. And as we remember, what lag will do, it will provide the previous record. And now as an interviewer, you are asking me to provide the difference of the salary. For that, what I can do, I can mention e dot salary minus lag salary, which means it will provide me the previous record salary. I will subtract that value and I will get the result. Let me show you. Before that, let me remove this thing, and let me remove select as well. And now let me execute this query. So as you can see, I am getting the value in minus because my order by clause is in decreasing order. So the highest salary will come in the top, and if I subtract with my least salary, or you can say less salary, in that case result will come in the negative value. So for the first record, as the previous record does not exist, it will give null. But for the second record of analyst, you can see previous record is 55285, and I am subtracting 52975 with 55285, so I am getting minus 2310. So this is how we can calculate the salary difference within the department of the previous record. And if they ask you to provide the difference of the current employees with the next employee, in that case we can use lead function. So to summarize, row number, rank and dense rank are useful when we want to ranking the data, and lag and lead are helpful when we want to access previous and next record value. We have seen that how we can use sum and average that will help us in computing running totals and moving averages. And after that we have discussed 2 interview questions as well. So that's it for today's video on Dev Portal. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Dev Portal and hit the notification bell icon so that you will get regular updates from our channel. Notes link I will give you in the description box as well as in the comment section, so you can check it out, and I will include this interview question as well, so you can see those questions as well and with this solution. And don't forget to share these videos with your fellow developers as well, so that they can also grow with you. And if you have anything in your mind, you can write in the comment section. I will read it. Thanks for watching today's tutorial, and I will see you on my next video.